Hello everybody, hope you're having a great day. Well, I'm making roast beef nachos and they are definitely worth the effort. Well, you want to start with some roast. I've got a chuck roast, just under 3 pounds, and we want to get some heat going on this roasting pan on medium high because we really want to get a good sear on the meat. And while that pan's getting hot, we want to put salt and pepper on the roast. Make sure you get enough on there. And now we need to put some oil in this hot pan, about 2 tablespoons of oil, and give it a minute to warm up. And then in goes the roast. You hear that? You want to hear that nice sizzle sound. And you've got to keep it in there long enough to get a good sear on the meat. Take a look at that. It was probably in 5 to 10 minutes. And I'm going to go ahead and put some onion powder on this side. And once the other side is nice and done, seared, then we want to deglaze the pan with some beef stock, and make sure you scrape all the stuff off the bottom. That's all the flavor. We're going to work that off. It's really simple, just like that. And now go ahead and I'm going to put some garlic in. I've got 4 nice sized pieces of garlic, cloves of garlic, and the roast goes back in the pan. I'm going to add bay leaves, 2 bay leaves, and then some oregano, about a teaspoon of oregano. Put a little on each side in that liquid. And then you want to use that beef stock and add enough to bring it up to halfway up on the meat. So you just watch the meat and watch the level of the stock, and when it gets halfway up, you've got enough. And you want to bring that to a nice slow simmer. I'm going to also add some liquid smoke, about 2 to 3 tablespoons of liquid smoke. And you don't have to add that if you don't want to, but it adds flavor. And I'm going to cover it now and cut up an onion. Going to cut up an onion into wedges and go ahead and put that in as well. Just on the sides, down in that liquid. Make sure you get them all in the liquid part. Just like that. Simple. And cover this and let it simmer on low for about 4 hours until it's nice and fork tender. And then what I like to do, if you have time, just go ahead and turn the heat off and let it slowly come down in temperature. And so I've let this set for about 30 minutes. And if you cooked it right, it should be so tender it wants to fall apart. And so now we're going to go ahead and get this beautiful roast out. And you can eat this just as it is. You can make mashed potatoes and all sorts of things to go with it and just have it as a regular roast. And it's great. But I'm going to take part of this, depending on how many people you're wanting to feed, and put it in a bowl and shred it. And it's really easy. Just take a couple of forks and shred it like this. Get it all broken up. Beautiful. And then set that aside and fix a plate. I'm using a paper plate because it makes it easy. Paper plate full of tortilla chips, and then put some beef on each and every chip. It takes a little more effort to make it this way, but it's worth it. And then put shredded cheese on all of the chips, just like that, and jalapeno peppers. These are pickled jalapenos, and at least 1 per chip. And then into the toaster oven it goes. And this only takes about 3 minutes, just standing there, so it's easy. By the time this is done, you've got another plate ready and you can really crank these out. 3 minutes later, all the cheese is melted and it is delicious. Take a look at that. Now you could eat it just like this, but I'm going to go ahead and put some homemade Pico de Gallo on top just to add that extra flavor. And there you go. Now I've got a video showing how to make the Pico de Gallo. I'll leave a link for that, but take a look at this. Oh man, that is so good. Once again, it is well worth the effort. Nachos, roast beef nachos. Hey, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you next time. Bye now.